Hello everyone, JohnnyThunderEAS&Weather here with an update to the Day 1 Fire Weather Outlook. And this is kind of going to combine with the Severe Weather Outlook video too for Day 1. So, let's get right to it. First off, there hasn't really been too much change except the extreme fire weather danger has been expanded further south to include more of Kansas, far northwestern Oklahoma, the Oklahoma Panhandle, and the Texas Panhandle, as well as more of eastern Colorado, where we have the extreme fire weather concern today. But the critical and the elevated remain the same otherwise. So, cities in today's extreme fire weather risk today include Amarillo, Texas, Garden City, Kansas, Dodge City, Kansas, North Platte, Nebraska, and Liberal, Kansas. And the critical fire weather includes Aurora, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas, Centennial, Colorado, Greeley, Colorado, and Grand Island, Nebraska. So, anyway, So in summary, a deepening surface trough leave the Rockies under broad westerly flow aloft will support a dry downslope regime across much of the Central Plains through today. The most likely alignment of 30-plus mile-per-hour westerly winds, rapidly falling relative humidity as low as 10%, and receptive fuels remains across portions of eastern Colorado, southwestern Nebraska, and western Kansas. Widespread critical highlights are expected for the remainder of eastern Colorado into much of western Nebraska and Kansas amid westerly winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour, coinciding with relative humidity ranging from 15 to 25% this afternoon and evening. In the southern high plains, poor relative humidity recoveries overnight were observed across much of the southern plains under extensive cloud cover and minimal boundary layer decoupling. Satellite imagery and short-term model guidance continue to indicate a clearing trend of denser cirrus across northeastern New Mexico into the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. Better boundary layer mixing under pronounced 100 to 110 knot jet max and clearing skies should result in somewhat stronger surface winds from the southwest with relative humidity already approaching 10%. Several hours of southwest winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour with higher gusts, relative humidity of 10 to 15%, and abundant dry fuels could support very rapid fire spread if ignitions occur. Therefore, extremely critical highlights were warranted given current observed and short-term forecast trends. Critical highlights were maintained for much of northwest Texas with elevated fire weather conditions likely across much of eastern New Mexico and far west Texas. So, that's your update to the Day 1 Fire Weather Outlook. Remain safe and vigilant in all these areas today, whether you're in an elevated, critical, or extreme fire weather risk today. And if I were you, if you haven't already, gather supplies immediately, such as food, water, clothing, toiletries, medical supplies, a flashlight, a cell phone, phone chargers, extra batteries, flashlights, and a battery-powered radio in the event they need to evacuate on a moment's notice, because fires can they can spread quickly, especially in the critical and the extreme fire weather risk. So, do what I say so you're prepared to evacuate if ignitions occur, because they can spread quickly. So, and this is a very serious threat for today, and I mean very, very serious. Right? Especially, again, extreme fire weather concerns are the highest on the scale. So you're really gonna want to pay. You'll really want to pay attention and remain vigilant in the critical and especially the extreme, but also somewhat in the elevated. But again, especially in the critical and especially the extreme. So, please avoid outdoor burning in all of these risk areas. Please avoid outdoor burning in all of these risk areas. And do not throw cigarettes on the ground. Do not throw cigarettes on the ground, even if they're not lit. Because one, that's littering. Two, one little spark is all it takes for a fire to start and spread quickly. Okay? And make sure your cigarette is fully out before you throw it away. So, again, I'm sending prayers to the critical and especially the extreme fire weather risk areas, because those are the areas that are the most serious. So, anyway, remain safe in those areas. Going to the severe weather portion, there is now a marginal risk for severe weather today that encompasses western and southwestern California. Cities in today's marginal include Los Angeles, California, San Diego, California, San Jose, California, San Francisco, California, and Long Beach, California. Going to the tornado threat for today, there is a 2% chance of an isolated tornado today that encompasses most of the California coast. Most of the California coast. Cities in the 2% tornado risk area today include Los Angeles, California, San Diego, California, San Jose, California, San Francisco, California, and Long Beach, California. Now for the wind for today, there is a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today, covering west central and southwestern California. Cities in the 5% wind risk area today include Los Angeles, California, San Diego, California, San Jose, California, San Francisco, California, and Long Beach, California. Now to the hail for today. There is no hail threat for today. There is no hail threat for today. In summary, isolated strong thunderstorms will be possible across parts of the west today through tonight. Isolated thunderstorms are also anticipated across the upper Midwest late this afternoon and tonight. So, that's your day one severe weather outlook. Stay safe in the effect there is today, even though it's only a marginal, because sometimes marginal can produce some pretty strong storms, and you know what the heck a marginal can pull off sometimes. And because this is especially rare and this is not very common in this part of the country, these areas will especially have to remain vigilant. So, yeah, since they're not used to severe weather. I mean, it happens once in a while, but not very often. So, anyway, stay safe in the marginal risk today, and I will have my day 2 fire weather outlook later today. Or this evening. Take care.